Today we're going over a simple strategy that every pro pickleball player uses. Pro pickleball players win more doing this strategy. Let's jump into it. Here we got Riley Newman and I playing against Ben and Collin Johns, currently ranked the number 1 team in the world. All right, let's see if you saw it. I'm gonna go back and I'll break it down. Bada boom, bada bing. And one more. Okay, so we're gonna look at this slowly. I hit the return. In pickleball, we refer to the first volley as the 4th shot because it's the 4th shot of the point. The serve is the first, the return is the second, and then the third is the first ball after the return, and then there's the 4th, which is the volley. And this sequence keeps going on and on. You've got 4th, 6th, 8th, and that's what we're looking at right now. So Collin's going to drive at Riley. Riley hits an aggressive 4th. Since both Collin and Ben are back, Riley wants to hit that ball deep to keep them back. And then Collin's going to drop this next one. And if we can, we want to be aggressive on the 6th. This is now the 6th ball, and it keeps going like this, and it's not that hard to understand. So Riley's aggressive at the 6th, and if you look to see where he aims right at Collin's feet. So let's look at these first 2 shots. So this one, he goes right at the feet of Collin. And this is a really good spot to go because now Collin needs to go up on the ball. If he hits it at his feet, he needs to go up. If Collin can hit it around his waist, he can go through or he can go through it. And we'll see this again. Right now, look at where we're standing. Riley and I are on the kitchen. Ben and Collin are off the kitchen. So while they're not at the kitchen, we want to be aggressive. And that's what Riley does. He hits an aggressive ball. As you can see, it's lower around Ben's knees, which causes a miss. We'll watch it again. Boom, aggressive, aggressive. In just that first point of this match, you can see the one simple strategy that every pro pickleball player does, and that is be aggressive while your opponents are back. If you are at the kitchen line and your opponents are back, you want to be aggressive on those balls. So let's look at the next point, and you're gonna see how to counter this. I take that third, boom. So, like I was just saying, since I'm back and Riley's at the net, Ben is trying to be aggressive while I'm back. And the way I counteract this is I take a couple big steps, put it in slow-mo, take a couple big steps, and I'm able to hit it around my waist, around my hip. And if I would have just stayed back, I would have had a tough ball. So the way I counteracted this was moving and getting to the kitchen line quickly. And I hit a winner. We can watch it again in slow-mo. Boom. Let's watch it again in real time. See, I'm far back here. Ben should go to me, and he tries to, but since I move in a lot, I'm able to take it out of the air and take away their aggression and create my own aggression. Here's another point. I think it's the 3rd point of the match, and you see it again. Riley tries to keep him back on the first one, aggressive there, but Collin does a good job of resetting and getting to the kitchen. Before we look at this point, we'll just watch. So right here, as Ben is at the net, Collin's far back, Riley specifically, wants to keep them back. And what he's going to do is he's going to take that ball and hit it to the person who's farther back. And that's the plan right there, is you hit it to who's farther back because you want to be aggressive, and it's easier to be aggressive to the person that is farther back while you are at the kitchen. And what Collin does is perfect. He just gets low and resets it. That's all he can do. If you get a ball at your feet and you're in the midcourt, you can't do anything with that except for reset it. That's your only option. There's very little risk in being aggressive on the 4th and the 6th shot because all your opponent can do is reset. However, you saw what I did the point before is you've got to be aware that if you hit it too high and try and get it to their feet, like if you try and hit too aggressive of a shot and they're moving forward quickly, you might pay the price because you might keep the ball too high. So if Riley hits it right here to Collin's feet, which is where he wants to hit it, Collin's going to have to hit it at his feet. But if Collin takes 1-2 big steps, which can happen in a second, Collin can be here to here in 1 second. Now look at the line. He's hitting a ball right here, which is going to be just below his waist rather than at his feet. So that's something to be aware of. See, right at his feet. We can watch the point. I think this is a pretty cool point. Oh no, I was wrong. Okay, this is the ATP. And right there you have it. This is what pro players do when we are at the kitchen line and our opponents are off the kitchen line. You want to be aggressive because there's almost no risk. I showed you the small risk that there is, but there are ways to combat that, and it's an awesome game. So if your opponents are back and you're at the kitchen line, make sure you are aggressive. If you want to watch me break down the rest of this match where I follow this one theme, but I go much more in depth on this match and just pro pickleball as a whole, all you need to do is subscribe to my newsletter for free, and I will send you the full match instructional breakdown analysis video. We gotta abbreviate that name somehow, but thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next one.